All right, time to get those muscles warmed up because we're doing a deep dive into the world of personal trainer interviews.
Ooh, yeah, getting ready to help you all prep for that big interview, to land that dream job, helping others hit those fitness goals.
Exactly. And to get us prepped, we've got some really insightful info from RoleCatcher. It's going to be awesome.
It's more than just like knowing how to use a treadmill or spot someone on the bench press. You got to design programs, motivate your clients, track their progress.
So true. You're not just a gym buddy, you're a coach and a mentor.
Absolutely. It's a super dynamic blend of fitness know-how and like serious people skills.
And that's what we'll be diving into today, using RoleCatcher. Now, this platform, it's not just about finding jobs, is it?
No way. RoleCatcher is like this ultimate career toolkit. It's got this crazy cool AI that helps you tailor your answers to specific jobs.
Yeah, we'll get to that AI later. It sounds super interesting.
Oh, it is. But first, I think it's important to look at, the big picture.
Yeah.
What's the personal trainer landscape like? What does
Right.
their career guide say?
Yeah, good point. What jumps out at you from the guide?
Well, first thing I noticed was job growth projections. RoleCatcher says there's going to be a 10% increase over the next decade.
Wow, 10%. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's higher than average, which is a good sign for anyone, thinking about becoming a trainer.
That's definitely encouraging. I also noticed they mentioned all these different work environments. It's not just gyms anymore.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You could be training clients in their homes, at parks, even online. Like, the possibilities are endless.
I love that flexibility. It seems like there are a lot of ways to specialize too.
Definitely. As you get more experience, you can really niche down. You could focus on strength training or maybe weight management or senior fitness. There's prenatal and post-rehab exercise too.
So many options. But let's be real, it's not all sunshine and protein smoothies, right?
Right. There are definitely some challenges too. Like the income can be kind of unpredictable, especially when you're just starting out.
Yeah, I bet building a client base takes time.
For sure. And it's a pretty competitive field, so you got to stay up to date with all the new trends and certifications. That takes work.
Speaking of staying up to date, RoleCatcher mentioned the rise of wearable tech and online coaching. Those seem like big trends.
They are. The fitness world is always changing, so if you're someone who, likes to learn new things and adapt, this career could be a great fit.
Totally. Okay, well, before anyone starts designing workout plans, they got to conquer that interview.
You got that right.
Let's get down to business. RoleCatcher gave us 10 common personal trainer interview questions. We'll go through each one.
We'll give you insights into what the interviewer is really looking for and help you figure out how to craft killer answers.
That's the plan.
Mhm.
So question number one, and this is a classic. What made you interested in becoming a personal trainer?
They want to see that spark. It's not just like a question about your resume. It's about uncovering your drive, your passion. Is it your love of fitness, wanting to help others?
Right, right. Showing your enthusiasm, I get it. But what if my path to personal training wasn't exactly, well, straightforward?
Like you didn't just wake up one day and decide this is what you want to do.
Exactly. Should I still be honest about that, even if it's kind of unconventional?
Absolutely. Be authentic. Maybe you were a former athlete or you had to overcome your own health challenge, or maybe you saw how fitness totally changed someone else's life. Whatever it is, it's your journey, and it's what makes your story unique.
That's so true. Okay, so I need to figure out what my story is and how to connect it to my passion for fitness.
Mhm.
But how do I make that relevant to the specific job I'm applying for?
Oh, that's where research comes in. You got to do your homework on the company or gym. What kind of training do they specialize in? Do they have a specific mission or philosophy?
That's a good point. I never thought of it like that.
It can really help you stand out. Like if they're all about community and group fitness, maybe you talk about how you love creating a supportive and motivating environment for your clients.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. It's about showing them that you're a good fit.
Exactly. All right, ready for question number 2. This one's a bit more technical. How do you assess the fitness level of a new client?
Ooh. Yeah, that does sound a bit more technical. I'm guessing they're not expecting me to, recite the textbook definition of every fitness assessment tool, are they?
Probably not. It's more about your thought process,
Mhm.
how do you gather information? How do you make sure you're tailoring your approach to each person, not just treating everyone the same?
So instead of just rattling off a bunch of tests, I should be talking about why I choose those specific tests. Okay, first I talk to the client to figure out their goals, maybe what their experience is, and if they have any limitations. Then I choose assessments that make sense for them. Something like that.
Perfect. That shows you're thinking about the client first, which is key.
Mhm.
And, you can totally mention specific assessments, but the focus should be on how those assessments help you get the information you need to create a personalized plan.
I like that. It's about the why behind the what. Okay, moving on to question number 3. How do you motivate clients to stay committed to their fitness goals? This feels like a big one.
It is big because, let's face it, everyone hits a slump sometimes, right? Even the most motivated people.
Totally. So the interviewer wants to know if I have the tools to help clients push through those tough times and stay on track.
Yeah. Think about it. You're not just a trainer, you're a coach, a cheerleader, sometimes even a therapist. What techniques do you use? Do you believe in setting small, achievable goals? What about positive reinforcement? Do you hold your clients accountable in a way that's supportive, not like drill sergeant-ish?
Yeah, that's a good point. It's about finding that balance, right? Supporting them, but also challenging them.
Absolutely. It's a delicate balance. And it's always good to have specific examples of how you've helped clients stay motivated in the past, real stories they can connect with.
I like that. All right, on to question number 4. How do you modify exercises for clients with injuries or limitations? This feels crucial, especially from a safety standpoint.
Absolutely crucial. The interviewer wants to see that you're putting your client's safety first, always. They're also trying to figure out how much you know about anatomy and how the body works. Can you change up exercises without making them totally ineffective?
So should I mention specific modifications like using lighter weights, adjusting their range of motion, offering
Right.
different exercises? What are they looking for here?
Yeah. Definitely be ready to give examples. Maybe you've worked with someone who had a knee injury, so you had to modify their leg exercises. Explain how you approached that situation, how you made sure it was still safe and effective.
Okay, so I could say something like, I had a client with a shoulder injury, so instead of having them do overhead presses, we focused on exercises that would strengthen the muscles around their shoulder without putting a ton of stress on the joint itself. Does that sound about right?
Nailed it. That shows you can think on your feet and really personalize the workout for each client. All right, question number 5. How do you keep up to date with the latest fitness trends and techniques? This seems important, especially since things change so quickly in this field.
Yeah, for sure. They want to know I'm not stuck in the past.
Exactly. They want to see that you're committed to learning, always growing as a trainer. Are you passionate about staying ahead of the curve?
So is it just about listing all my certifications and the conferences I've been to? Or is there something more to it?
You don't want to just rattle off a list, It's more about showing your genuine interest in professional development. Do you read industry publications? Do you follow thought leaders on social media? Do you ever seek out mentorship?
Ah, okay. So I could talk about how I recently got certified in a new training modality because I saw my clients were really interested in it and I wanted to expand my knowledge base.
Perfect. That shows you're proactive and that you're always thinking about your clients and how to, better serve them.
Awesome. Okay, question number 6. How do you create a workout plan that is tailored to the individual needs of each client? This sounds a little like the assessment question.
It does kind of build on that, yeah. But now they're really digging into your process, how do you actually translate all that client information into a concrete plan? They want to see how your brain works.
Okay, so it's about showing them I can create a plan that's not only safe and effective, but also fits the client's goals, their preferences, their lifestyle.
Exactly. Think about all the variables you have to consider, right? Their fitness level, experience, schedule, even their personality.
Mm.
Some people love intense workouts, others prefer a more relaxed approach, like yoga or Pilates.
Right. You got to find that sweet spot where it's challenging enough, but also enjoyable.
For sure. And remember, it's not just a workout, it's an experience you're creating for your clients. All right, ready for a question that might make some trainers sweat a little? How do you handle difficult or challenging clients?
Oh, yeah. Everyone's got that one client who tests your patience. So what do I say? How much honesty is too much honesty?
Haha. Well, you don't want to badmouth any past clients, of course. But let's be real. Working with people can be tough. This question is all about seeing your emotional intelligence, how you deal with conflict. Can you stay professional even when things get, well, difficult?
So should I talk about specific strategies? Like active listening, trying to see things from their perspective, setting boundaries, that kind of thing.
For sure. And it's always good to have a brief example, but keep it anonymous, of course, like a time you successfully dealt with a challenging situation. It shows you've thought about these things and you have the tools to handle them.
Okay, so I could mention a time when I had a client who was constantly comparing themselves to others and getting super discouraged. I could talk about how I help them shift their focus to their own progress and celebrate their wins.
Excellent. It shows you can provide emotional support, not just fitness guidance. All right, question number 8. How do you measure the success of your clients?
Pretty straightforward. We're
Yeah.
talking about progress towards their goals.
Right. Yeah.
Like, are they getting stronger, losing weight, whatever it is they're working towards?
It's definitely about that. But remember, success is different for everyone. For some clients, it might be all about those numbers on the scale. But for others, it might be about building strength or getting more flexible or just feeling more energized every day. You got to figure out what matters to them.
Okay, so it's more holistic than just like checking off boxes on a fitness assessment.
Exactly. Think about how you track progress. Do you use progress photos, measurements, those kinds of things? Or do you just have open conversations with your clients about how they're feeling? It's good to have examples of how you measure and celebrate success.
Yeah, good point. I could talk about how I had a client who was really focused on weight loss at first, but then she discovered this passion for running, and we shifted her program to support that. She ended up finishing a half marathon. That was a huge success for her, even though it wasn't about the number on the scale.
I love that. That's awesome. It shows you can adapt to your clients' evolving needs and celebrate their unique journey.
All right, question number 9. How do you incorporate nutrition into your clients' fitness plans? Big topic, right? Everyone's talking about the connection between diet and exercise these days.
It's huge. They want to know that you understand how important nutrition is, but also that you know your limits. Like, you're not going to start giving out specific meal plans unless you're a registered dietitian.
Right, right. So I should stick to the general principles of healthy eating, like encouraging them to eat whole foods, stay hydrated, stuff like that.
Exactly. You can definitely talk about those things. Do you ever talk to clients about portion control? Do you educate them about different food groups, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I do. So I could say something like, I talk to my clients about the role of balanced nutrition in achieving their goals, but I always encourage them to talk to a registered dietitian for more personalized advice. Does that sound okay?
Perfect. Shows you're aware of your scope of practice and you're willing to collaborate with other professionals. Last question, you ready? How do you stay organized when working with multiple clients?
Time management, I bet that's a big part of this job.
For sure. They want to know if you've got systems in place to stay on top of everything so that every client gets the attention they deserve.
So should I mention things like using a planner, color coding my calendar, those kinds of things?
Absolutely. Talk about the specific strategies that work for you. Maybe you use a client management software to keep track of everything.
Ooh, yeah. Those are super helpful. I could say I use a combination of like digital and physical tools to stay organized. I schedule everything in advance. I use an app to track client progress, and I always keep detailed notes so I can provide, really personalized support.
Awesome. It shows you're organized, detail-oriented, and committed to providing a high level of service. Phew, we just tackled 10 interview questions. That felt like a workout in itself.
I know, right? We've definitely earned a protein shake after that. But now that we've covered the human element, I'm really curious about this AI stuff.
Me too. I'm excited to dive into that.
All right, so in part 2, we'll explore how RoleCatcher's AI can help us fine-tune those answers and give us that extra edge in the interview process. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back. We just powered through those 10 common personal trainer interview questions.
Yeah, hopefully you're all feeling energized and ready for more because now it's time to unleash the power of AI.
Ooh, yes. RoleCatcher's AI. This is the secret weapon we were talking about.
Think of it like this super smart training partner who's analyzing your form and helping you optimize every move, But in this case, those moves are your interview answers.
I love that analogy. Okay, so walk me through this. How does this AI actually work in an interview setting? It's not like it's going to be in there whispering answers in my ear, right?
Right, haha. It's definitely more of a behind-the-scenes coach. So let's say you're on RoleCatcher. You find this awesome personal trainer job that seems perfect, right? Their AI goes to work digging into that job description, breaking it down, and figuring out which skills are most important to that employer.
So it's like it's reading between the lines, picking up on what they really want, even if they don't explicitly say it.
Exactly. It's like having X-ray vision for job descriptions. And here's where it gets really cool. It suggests ways to weave those keywords and skills into your answers, even if the question doesn't directly ask about them.
Okay, so it's not about like being fake or saying things I don't believe in. It's more about strategically highlighting my experience in a way that, resonates with what they're looking for.
Exactly. It's about speaking their language. Remember that question about difficult clients? If the job description really emphasizes, like, client retention and building long-term relationships, RoleCatcher's AI might suggest you talk about a time when you helped a challenging client overcome a plateau or achieve a long-term goal, something that shows you can really build those strong connections.
Oh, I see. So I'm still using my own experiences, my own stories, but I'm framing them in a way that speaks directly to what they value.
Exactly. You're showcasing your skills in a way that's both relevant and memorable. And get this, it goes beyond just content. The AI can also analyze your delivery.
Wait, really? How does it do that? It's going to judge my outfit choice too?
No fashion police here, don't worry. But you can actually record your practice answers through RoleCatcher, and their AI will analyze things like your tone of voice, your pace, even use facial recognition to see if you're making eye contact.
Wow, that's incredible. So it's like having this virtual interview coach right there with you.
It really is. And the feedback it gives is super helpful. It can tell you if you're using too much jargon, if you sound hesitant, if your answers are too long or rambling. It even helps you catch those, filler words we all tend to use when we're nervous.
Oh my gosh, yes. I'm so guilty of using like way too much when I'm trying to like gather my thoughts.
Uh-huh. We all have our little quirks, but being aware of them is the first step to eliminating them. RoleCatcher's AI helps you polish your communication style so you sound confident, concise, and professional.
So it's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it. This AI is like a personal presentation coach.
Exactly. It's like having a secret weapon to level up your whole interview game. And don't forget, RoleCatcher also has that huge library of interview questions, so you can practice for all kinds of scenarios, from like technical questions about exercise science to those behavioral questions that try to see how you'd handle different situations.
It's like having this all-in-one interview prep toolkit, which is amazing. But I have to ask, with all this amazing technology, does the human element still matter?
Absolutely. Think of it this way. RoleCatcher's AI gets your foot in the door, but it's your human skills that seal the deal.
Okay, that makes sense. So let's go back to basics for a minute.
Right.
What are those essential human skills that every aspiring personal trainer needs to bring to the interview table? Besides, not sending a robot clone in their place.
Uh-huh, right. Well, we're talking about those qualities that make you relatable and trustworthy. The things that make someone want to work with you. Empathy, active listening, clear communication, and of course that genuine passion for helping others.
Right. Those are all qualities that are hard to replicate with technology. It's about connecting with people on a human level and building those relationships based on trust and respect.
Exactly. Remember, you're working with people who are trusting you with their health and well-being. They need to feel seen, heard, understood. It's a big responsibility.
I'm also thinking about things like patience, enthusiasm, a positive attitude. Those are all contagious, right?
Totally. Enthusiasm can be infectious. It can make a workout feel less like a chore and more like a fun challenge.
Hmm.
And patience is so important, especially when you're working with clients who are new to exercise or who are dealing with setbacks.
That's so true. And a positive attitude can really make all the difference in creating that supportive and motivating environment.
Absolutely. It's about creating that space where your clients feel safe to push themselves and celebrate their wins, no matter how big or small.
I love that. So as we're prepping for these interviews, it's not just about showcasing our skills and qualifications. It's about presenting ourselves as well as human beings.
Exactly. Let your personality shine through. Show them your passion, your empathy, your genuine excitement for helping others reach their full potential.
That's such a great reminder. It's
Yeah.
about finding that balance between the professional and the personal, the tech and the human touch.
Right. So as you're gearing up for that interview, remember, RoleCatcher's AI is like that high-tech training partner, helping you refine your technique and strategy. But it's your human heart and passion that will ultimately win over those judges.
Ooh, I love that image. Okay, so we've covered the questions, the AI advantage, the importance of those essential human skills. What's the one final piece of advice you'd give to someone about to walk into that interview room?
Take a deep breath. Remember why you're passionate about this career, and let that passion fuel your conversation. Let it shine through.
I love that. Don't let those nerves get in the way of your genuine enthusiasm for helping others. Now, before we move on, I want to make sure everyone knows that RoleCatcher isn't just for personal trainers, right?
Oh, definitely not. Their platform and those AI tools, they're valuable for anyone who's looking for a job, no matter what industry they're in.
So if you're trying to level up your job search and improve your interview skills, head over to RoleCatcher and check it out.
You won't regret it. All right, well, we've covered a lot of ground today. We've talked about those common personal trainer interview questions, explored the amazing power of RoleCatcher's AI, and even dove into those essential human skills that make a truly great trainer. Phew, what a workout.
I know, right? But just like a good workout, it's important to cool down and reflect on what we've learned.
Totally. So, what are the key takeaways you want our listeners to walk away with today? What's the secret sauce to totally acing that personal trainer interview?
Okay, that's a great question. Let's recap. Preparation is absolutely key. RoleCatcher gives you the tools to prep like a pro.
You got that right. Use their AI to break down job descriptions, tailor your answers to what they're looking for, and practice, practice, practice those answers.
It's like having a personalized playbook for each interview.
But it's not just about the tech.
Right. We can't forget about those human skills. Empathy, active listening, building rapport, and that genuine passion for helping others. Those are the things that will really make you stand out as a personal trainer.
Totally. At the end of the day, it's about connecting with people, inspiring them, helping them achieve their goals.
And that's something that no AI can replicate, right?
Absolutely. So when you go into that interview, remember to bring your whole self, your knowledge, your skills, your personality, and your heart.
I love that. It's about showcasing those unique strengths, letting your passion shine through.
Now, before we wrap things up completely, I want to give a huge shout out to RoleCatcher for providing such amazing resources.
Absolutely. If you're looking to level up your job search, head over to their website and check it out.
And for all you aspiring fitness gurus out there, I want to leave you with a final thought. Imagine you're a year into your dream job as a personal trainer. What's your ideal client success story? What kind of transformation did you help them achieve? Think about that.
Ooh, that's such a good question. It's about going beyond just getting the job and envisioning the impact you want to make, the difference you want to make in people's lives.
That's what it's all about.
All right, folks, that's a wrap. We did it. A deep dive into the world of personal trainer interview prep, powered by RoleCatcher.
Now go out there, crush those interviews, and make your fitness dreams a reality.
And until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep. Okay, so we've done it. We powered through those 10 common personal trainer interview questions, explored RoleCatcher's awesome AI, and even talked about, those key human skills that make a great trainer.
Phew, it's been a mental workout for sure. But just like a good training session, we got to cool down and reflect,
I like that analogy. So what are the main things you want our listeners to take away from this deep dive? What's the secret to acing that personal trainer interview?
Well, I think preparation is key, right? And RoleCatcher gives you all the tools you need to prep like a pro.
It really does. I mean, that AI is amazing. It helps you understand exactly what they're looking for.
You got that right. Use it to analyze those job descriptions, tailor your answers, practice your delivery. It can make a huge difference.
It's like having a personalized playbook for each interview. But it's not all about the tech, is it?
No way. Don't forget those human skills we talked about.
Right.
Empathy, active listening, building rapport, and of course that genuine passion for helping others. Those are the qualities that make a truly great trainer, you know?
Absolutely. At the end of the day, it's about connecting with people, inspiring them to reach their goals.
And that's something AI can't do.
That's so true. So when you're getting ready for that interview, remember to bring your whole self, your knowledge, your skills, your personality, and most importantly, your heart.
I love that. It's about letting those unique strengths shine through. Now, before we wrap things up, I got to give a huge shout out to RoleCatcher. They're doing amazing work.
They really are. Their resources are invaluable for anyone navigating the job market, not just aspiring personal trainers.
Totally. And speaking of future fitness gurus, I want to leave you all with one final thought. Imagine you're a year into your dream job as a personal trainer. What's your ideal client success story? What kind of transformation did you help them achieve? Think about that.
That's such a powerful question. It's about envisioning the impact you want to make, the difference you want to make in people's lives.
Exactly. That's what it's all about.
All right, folks, there you have it. Another deep dive in the books. This time we explored the world of personal trainer interview prep, powered by RoleCatcher. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep.